Yo, what is going on, you wilted watchhog? Taking a look at another of the Galarian bird trio that was leaked a couple days ago. We already took a look at Zapdos. Today, taking a look at the Moltres, and then we'll be taking a look at the Articuno at some point in the future. So let's get into the card. Galarian Moltres V, Darkness type, basic Pokemon, 220 HP. The ability Bolstered Wings. Once during your turn, you may attach a dark energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. You can't use more than one Bolstered Wings ability per turn. So even if you have multiple different Galarian Moltres Vs in play, you can only use one Bolstered Wings ability per turn. So a little bit limiting there on the ability. And then the attack Dark Colorless, or a bomb, or a burn, excuse me, 190. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. So let's talk about the card. There's been a couple different ideas I've already seen floating around with it. One of them being play Energy Switch in Eternatus VMAX, and now all of a sudden you got this Moltres on your bench. It's building up energy, and then you E-switch it off to your Eternatus VMAX, and you can swing with the Eternatus VMAX theoretically in one turn. A little bit more consistent maybe than like a Turbo Patch, because Turbo Patch you have to flip it, gotta get heads. With the Moltres, you just have the Moltres on the bench. It builds up energy, and then you just need to have the E-switch, so a little bit more consistent, but also an extra piece you would need. And I guess you don't have to be a basic Pokemon for the Turbo Patch as well, so you can do it. You can E-switch the energy to the VMAX, so that's also a little bit more efficient. So probably better than Turbo Patch, and it might be a consistent answer to like Crushing Hammers and Yell Grunts and all those kind of energy disruption shenanigans that people have been throwing at Eternatus lately. So it might be a pretty consistent answer for that, for sure. Other uses we could see out of it would just be to play it in a dark deck where you just play dark Pokemon and it recovers energy and can eventually attack. Can also, of course, combo very well with Weavile GX, which we still have around until rotation goes down. So you can combo it with that. You get the dark energy back from your discard pile, put it on the Moltres, and then Weavile moves the energy around. So they're definitely seeing that being a way to utilize the Moltres V, and that might be the best way to utilize it in general, to be honest. Now I don't know how good a dark box would fare even with the addition of the Moltres V. It hasn't been a very good deck pretty much its entire existence. We've never really had a dark deck bump up to like a tier 1 tier 2 position in a meta game, but who knows, maybe the consistent energy acceleration from the Moltres will make the difference and allow what's it called to be pretty good, allow dark box to be a pretty good deck. Even without the Weavile, though, if there's just some kind of dark deck floating around where you just can get an extra attacker set up very consistently, like the Moltres, like you're just attacking with, I can't even come up with what you'd be attacking with. But you're attacking with something, and then you're just like, and I've been loading up this Moltres for the last 3 turns, and now I'm going to attack with Moltres. That could also be okay. You could do that in Eternatus VMAX. You could just sit there, attack with your initial Eternatus VMAX, and then go into the Moltres, and then go back into another VMAX, and go with that 3-2-3 prize trade plan. And of course you could play energy switches in there as well to utilize the energy that's on the Moltres to move into the Eternatus VMAXs. So there's a couple cool ways to definitely potentially utilize the Moltres. The one I'm most interested to try out is definitely the dark box build with like a Weavile GX. See how good that would be. That extra consistent energy excel from something like this Galarian Moltres could be what puts dark box, I was gonna say back on the map, but probably on the map to begin with. What puts it on the map, because back on the map, it's never been on the map as far as I'm concerned. So put dark box on the map in standard, and expanded is a different story, of course. That would be really cool to see. And then of course in Eternatus with some E-switches could also be very powerful as well. But yeah, that's the Galarian Moltres. All 3 of the bird trio are super cool cards. I'm super excited for them to come out. We're quite a ways away from these cards being released, but when they do come out, it's going to be super sick, and I hope a bunch of other cool new cards come out with them. I hope this isn't like the only 3 good cards in the set. So yeah, super excited for these to come out. Talked about the Zapdos, just talked about the Moltres today, and I'll be coming at you guys soon with my thoughts on the Articuno, Galarian Articuno V, soon. So see you then.